This video is brought to you by Blow Paste. Blow Paste is the only edible flavored lubricant that's vegan and the only lube in the world that's good for your teeth. What's up, everybody? My name is AJ and welcome to the League of Extraordinary Frontmen news segment. I'm going to take you through some entertainment news as well as some other news such as trailers and everything that's going on within Marvel, DC, Star Wars, Star Trek, and God knows what else. This week in entertainment news, we're going to start things off with DC. Big DC shakeup happening because of Justice League. With the disappointing critical and financial reception to Justice League, the fifth film in the DC Extended Universe, Warner Brothers is making some big changes to how it will handle subsequent films and the lucrative shared universe, Variety reports. One of the changes will be Jon Berg leaving his current role of running the production division of the DC Extended Universe, and will instead become a production partner with Roy Lee, who previously developed the Lego Movie and It. There is currently no frontrunner for his replacement. The shift is said to be happening in January. See, I don't know what all the big fucking deal is about Justice League. I mean, if you've actually gone and seen Justice League, I thought it was a really good movie. I mean, of course it had flaws with it, but it was a lot better than Batman vs. Superman and Man of Steel. It had a little bit of a lighter tone to it, minus the whole Joss Whedon parts. I could have dealt without that bullshit. But honestly, Zack Snyder did a really good job. I thought the entire cast did a great job. And I just think they might have rushed it a little bit. You know, maybe if they built it up a little bit more like the way Marvel's been doing over the last 10 years. Sorry, Scott. But other than that, I thought Justice League was a great movie. Moving on to DC news, Ben Affleck to reportedly play Batman in Flashpoint, but not the solo film. One of the worst kept secrets in the DC Extended Universe is Ben Affleck's interest in departing the films permanently. A recent report by Variety claims that while Affleck is expected to appear in the upcoming The Flash film, he will exit the DC Extended Universe and a new actor would accept the call for the Matt Reeves directed The Batman. While Ben Affleck is expected to appear as Batman in a standalone Flash movie, it is highly unlikely he will don the cape and cowl in Matt Reeves' planned standalone movie. The director is said to want to cast the role with fresh talent, according to sources Variety reports. Okay, I have nobody to blame here except Matt Reeves. I think Ben Affleck has done a great job as Batman so far with this rebooted DC Extended Universe. He was great in Batman vs. Superman. I didn't like his, the way he was going with, the perky Bruce Wayne-ish kind of attitude and Justice League. I mean, I have to agree with my co-host on the League of Extraordinary Frontmen, Kevin, on this. I mean, like, he didn't keep to himself, the way Batman is supposed to be. He was very outgoing, and he joked around a little bit too much. But, I mean, other than that, I think Ben Affleck was great as Batman. He looks like Batman. He looks like Bruce Wayne. I don't understand what the problem is here, and it's really sad to see him go. There's been rumors too that Jake Gyllenhaal and the guy that was lead in Mad Men, they're both in running to play Batman right now. So I mean, it is what it is. It's going to be a sad day to see Ben Affleck go, but at least we're going to get to see him in the Flashpoint movie. And they're also talking about, like, with this whole DC shakeup and everything like that, how Flashpoint is going to reboot the entire DC Extended Universe. So you might see Ben Affleck in the beginning of the movie, and then after Flash fucks up the whole timeline and fixes it, you're probably going to see somebody else play Batman towards the end of the movie. Who knows? Moving on. In Marvel news, Disney and Fox working out final print on deal. And what could possibly be the biggest merger in the entertainment industry of the century, talks for the Walt Disney Company to purchase assets from 21st Century Fox are seemingly inching closer to the finish line. The most recent report from Variety is that talks have been progressed far enough that both companies have tasked bankers with ironing out the fine print of the deal. Reports of the deal claim that acquisition wouldn't be a complete merging of the two companies, but the Disney would purchase a majority of Fox's most valuable assets, including film and TV rights to their various properties. A source close to the deal claims terms could be agreed on by Christmas. What does that mean for the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Well, let me tell you right now. If you have no idea what's going on with Marvel, other than, the Avengers, Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, the Hulk, whatever, you notice that they don't really do anything with the X-Men or the Fantastic Four or Deadpool. Well, that's because 21st Century Fox owns the film and movie rights to the X-Men, to the Fantastic Four, and to Deadpool. You may have up and down, feelings towards the X-Men and the Fantastic Four movies itself. Some of them were good, some of them were absolutely fucking terrible. I think we can all agree here that Deadpool was probably the only home run that they had. They marketed it right. Ryan Reynolds was perfect as the role, and they're making a sequel, and it's very highly anticipated. Moving forward with all of that, Disney is going to be buying out 21st Century Fox and their movie rights, which is a chance we're going to get to finally see the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and Deadpool all come back home under one roof with the rest of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Sony finally wised up and did it with Spider-Man. It was the same deal, but with Sony and Spider-Man. I mean, there's certain guidelines here and there that still, Sony still has rights to the video games or whatever the fuck their deal was, whatever. All I know is that I can't buy the new Spider-Man game coming out next year for my Xbox because it's only exclusively for Sony. Fuck you, Sony. Long story short, we're going to get to see the X-Men, the Fantastic Four, and Deadpool finally come back home to the MCU, which is what we want. We can finally see Deadpool and Spider-Man team up together, that buddy cop comedy that I've been dying to see ever since I've been seeing it in the comic books. We're finally going to see Wolverine and Deadpool and mix it up with the Avengers and whatever. I mean, even Hugh Jackman said the only chance he would come back and play Wolverine is if they come back to the MCU, and we're finally going to see it. And for all you haters out there that are hating on all this bullshit, fuck you. You're not real fucking fans of the comic books. If you don't want to see the X-Men and the Avengers, go at it. Let's be real here. Moving on to Marvel news, Deadpool himself, Ryan Reynolds, makes crack about Disney buyout. The merc with a mouth is having some fun with the House of Mouse. Deadpool star Ryan Reynolds couldn't resist weighing in on Disney's rumored pending merger with 21st Century Fox, which could see the company take over fabled studio 20th Century Fox, which distributed the first Deadpool movie, and it's releasing its upcoming sequel. Taking to Twitter, the actor channeled his wisecracking R-rated superhero alter ego as he humorously entertained the possibilities such a buyout might create. Ryan Reynolds took to Twitter with this, and I quote, "Time to uncork the explosive sexual tension between Deadpool and Mickey Mouse." I think that's awesome that Ryan Reynolds can actually just do that. I mean, it's gonna happen regardless. Like I said in the last bit of the news feed, Disney is buying out the film rights. You're going to see Deadpool with the rest of the MCU. I hope it's not watered down. I know Disney at this point doesn't care what Marvel does with their movies because Marvel is making money for them. Such as Star Wars is making money for Disney. You might have your fucking claims about Disney being, the biggest conglomerate ever, they're fucking evil, whatever, but guess what? You're getting more Star Wars movies. You're getting fucking awesome Marvel movies. And unfortunately, DC is playing catch up right now, and it's all because of Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers is fucking up. That's my personal opinion. You may not agree with my opinion, and honestly, I don't care. I like what I'm seeing coming out of Disney right now, and that's just my opinion. Moving on to Marvel news, we have our first look at Sophie Turner and X-Men: The Dark Phoenix. This movie is set for release on November 2nd, 2018. You can check out these images right here from Entertainment. You got our first looks at Sophie Turner, and it looks alright. I mean, I just want to see a trailer, but I know we're a ways away from a trailer. I mean, this is all very CGI'd, I don't really know what to make of it. I mean, I hope it's good. I mean, I hope by that point at least Disney has some sort of input and Marvel has some sort of input about where the Dark Phoenix is going to be going. I know a lot of people are really anticipating this, and I know Fox fucked it up in the past. I'm just going to leave it there. So, we'll see how this goes. I have high hopes. So, moving on. In other news, we have some Star Trek news. Quentin Tarantino and J.J. Abrams to do an R-rated Star Trek movie, and Patrick Stewart wants in. Tarantino recently announced he is in development stages of an R-rated Star Trek project alongside J.J. Abrams, a project he wants to direct as well. That would be a big shakeup for the Star Trek film universe, and the former Jean-Luc Picard actor wants in. Patrick Stewart said to THR this: "People are always saying to me, will you be Jean-Luc Picard again? And I cannot think that would be possible. But there are ways in which something like that might come about," Stewart told THR. "But one of my dreams is to work with Tarantino," Stewart said. "I admire his work so much, and to be in a Tarantino film would give me so much satisfaction. So if he is going to direct something to do with Star Trek, and there was the possibility of dear old Jean-Luc showing up again and doing that for Mr. Tarantino, I would embrace it." So, who knows? Maybe we might see Patrick Stewart reprise his role as Jean-Luc Picard. I would see that without a doubt. I mean, I like the rebooted Star Trek franchise. I mean, I'm glad that they're moving forward since the death of one of their co-stars, and I'm really excited to see what comes of it. And Quentin Tarantino on board? Fuck yeah, I'm on board.
Make it so.
Moving on to Star Wars, we have Obi-Wan spin-off movie gets official production start date. Fans clamoring for the news of the next anthology film set in the Star Wars universe can take solace knowing that a spin-off based on Obi-Wan Kenobi is in the works, and now we have an idea of when it will be in theaters. A production update reported by fan site Omega Underground pegs the next Star Wars story will begin filming January 2019 at Pinewood Studios in London. This is the first major update about the film after its confirmed existence in August, which also pegged Stephen Daldry as the director of the film. Daldry has yet to be confirmed, nor has the film's cast, though fans are hoping that Ewan McGregor will reprise his role as Anakin Skywalker's disgraced mentor. That was kind of a low blow on that last line, but I want to see Ewan McGregor reprise his role as Obi-Wan Kenobi. What about you guys? I think he was fucking awesome in the prequels. It's probably like one of my redeeming qualities from the prequels was Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi. He was a fucking badass. Moving on, we have some new trailers that came out this week. Ready Player One released its second trailer. I am so psyched for this movie. I mean, what a great concept for a movie. I mean, like, if you're a fan of virtual reality or video games or anything like that from pop culture from the past like 20, 30 years, you will love this movie. I can't wait for this movie. It's based off of the book. I know TJ Miller said in an interview that like 70% of this movie is going to be video game, CGI and whatever, and then the other 30% is going to be with real actors. But I mean, you have everything in this movie. It's set in a virtual world. You get stuff from Back to the Future, stuff from comic books, horror, like everything is just merged into this one movie. And it's where our society is going. I mean, like, the virtual world is where we're going, and this is exactly what this movie is about. Overpopulation, how people can exist in a virtual world, how currency and everything like that. I am super psyched for this movie. I can't wait for it to come out. It's set to release in March of next year, and I will definitely be there at the theater to see this movie. I'm going to leave a link in the description below with this trailer so you guys can check it out for yourself, as well as every other trailer that I'm about to announce right now. Moving on to trailer news, Jurassic World 2 trailer released. What do you guys think of the trailer? I mean, I'm personally not a big fan of the Jurassic Park franchise. I mean, like, I saw the originals and it wasn't for me. I mean, meh, but I can't hate on it. If that's your thing, you like Jurassic Park, good for you. If you saw the last Jurassic World and you thought it was great, then maybe this movie is for you. It has high hopes. I guess it did really good in the box office on its last release, so, I've got high hopes for it. I don't think it would be a bad movie, but I mean, is it my personal taste? Not really. But yeah, check out the trailer in the link below. Let us know what you think. Moving on to trailer news, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse from Sony and Marvel released. Now, I know I talked about this movie on a previous podcast. I don't know what fucking number it was to save my life, but I know I did mention this movie. And this isn't your average Spider-Man animated movie that's coming out. It's a very CGI'd, 3D animated Spider-Man movie, and it's not starring Peter Parker. It's actually starring Miles Morales, the second Spider-Man, and you're going to get to explore the Spider-Verse. And that's what they're going with the story. I mean, like, I saw the trailer a couple times. I mean, the animation's a little meh, but I mean, it looks good. I'm going to check it out when it comes out. So check out the trailer in the link below and let us know what you think. Jessica Jones Season 2 trailer released from Netflix. If you haven't seen Season 1 of Jessica Jones, check it out. It's on Netflix. Check out her and the Defenders, and be sure to check out everything else from the MCU on Netflix, between Daredevil, Luke Cage. Maybe not so much Iron Fist, but you need to keep up with the rest of the story, with what's going on Netflix, so I guess suffer through Iron Fist. Check out Jessica Jones, and of course, check out the Defenders and the Punisher. Holy God. Such great shows. Not so much Iron Fist. Anyway, Jessica Jones Season 2 trailer released. I mean, it looks okay. I don't really know what they're going to go with. I guess from what she's dealing with is how she killed Kilgrave. Spoiler alert. She killed Kilgrave in the last season. How she's dealing with it. How she's moving forward from it. And possibly what happened after the Defenders. So we're all going to get to check this out come March. So yeah, be sure to check it out. Link in the description below. And our last trailer we got, Death Stranding is a video game coming out from Sony. And the video game is starring Norman Reedus. I really don't know what to make of this video game. I mean, I'm a huge fan of horror and sci-fi and stuff like that. But man, I sat through this 8-minute trailer and I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch? I have no idea what's going on. But man, there is some fucked up shit happening in this trailer. And I mean, like, there's like an invisible enemy that's like, I guess, like eating people or sucking their energy. And then for some reason, this guy is carrying an infant child. Like, I don't know if he's growing inside of him or something. It's just fucking weird. And I mean, I don't really know much more about this. You know, granted, I'm the inexperienced 30-year-old gamer. I don't fucking know anything about this. But I had a coworker show me this trailer, and I'm just looking at him like, what the fuck am I watching? But the link's in the description below. If you're a fan of horror movies and sci-fi and all that stuff and mixed together in one genre and you want to be on the edge of your seat, suspensed and blown the fuck away, then definitely check out this trailer. It looks like a pretty decent game. I personally won't play it because I will have anxiety through the fucking roof playing this game. But yeah, link in the description below, and yeah, be sure to check it out. And that's going to be it for the news. Be sure to check out our podcast, The League of Extraordinary Frontmen, every Monday on the Metal Syndicate at metalsyndicate-ct.com for everything geek, pop culture, and music related, because why? We're all frontmen, except me. I'm sort of retired, but we're all frontmen or former frontmen from bands here in Connecticut, and we talk about geek shit because that's what we love besides music. So be sure to check us out on the Metal Syndicate every Monday around 11 a.m. on the metalsyndicate-ct.com. Also, be sure to check out our Patreon. I mean, we've been doing this for a long time, and I know the Metal Syndicate has lots of other podcasts you can check out, and we do it for free. And unfortunately, we need to keep the lights on. You know, we need to pay for the website and all these other, you know, things that we do for you guys. We do it out of love for you guys, but it's not cheap. So if you want to subscribe to our Patreon, the link is below. Check that out too. And be sure to check out all our other podcasts as well. Be sure to check us out on Twitter at OfficialLXF and on Facebook at Facebook.com/The League of Extraordinary Frontmen. We also have a YouTube channel, which you're probably watching this video on right now. We have lots of other content up there, including Agrippa's Laboratory, toy reviews with Scotty Anarchy, previous podcast episodes whenever they're posted, and of course me doing inexperienced 30-year-old gamer. Check out how bad of a gamer I really am. If you have any questions for us, email us at theleagueofextraordinaryfrontmen@gmail.com. That's going to do it for the news. Be sure to subscribe. Check us out on Facebook. Whatever. I'll see you guys later.